All right, let's try this and see if it can hold steady. I have no idea why my bit rate is somehow getting like pinched or something. Well, is everything coming through all right? I look a little blurry for some reason. Here, let's try this too. Not that the camera is causing things to crash, but we'll clean this up a bit here. All right, well, welcome back. I suppose we should get going because I don't know how much, I don't know how long it can withstand what is going on here. But am I still loud and clear to you all? Is everything moving smoothly for you? Hi, Rip Artist. Okay. Well then, let's get into it. So we're going to do this kind of rapid fire in order to keep it moving, because again, pardon, I don't know how much longer my bit rate will hold out for one reason or another. It's saying that I have a low bit rate at 5,135 kbps, which is like 1080p streaming quality. So, I don't know. There's one more thing I can try as well. All right, well, we'll see if... Well, it shows I'm stable around 6,000 now. You know what? We'll run with it. It'll be what it is. Okay. If there are some of you out there who have not been a part of the 2 prior workshops, we're going to touch on the things that we talked about. However, we can always go back and you can ask questions, but for the sake of, I don't know how much longer the connection might hold, let's start moving. All right, I would like to know, Kragar, before we go, can you please type exclamation point 1D14? 6. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to make an elemental. And our expected challenge rating for this monster... Rip Artist, please type exclamation point 2D12. All right. Lands on a 12. Or 12 and 12. That's a 24. That means that we are making a CR20. Yeah, Big Boy Elemental. We're making a CR20 Elemental. And what is going to be the size of this Elemental? Sierra Echo, exclamation point 1d6, please. It would appear so, Night Mage. Lands on a 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is a large creature. Now, we're going to go into our Dungeon Master's Guide. If you're playing along at home, open up your core rule books. You know, get those out, dust them off if they're a little dusty. If you don't have your core rule books, go to your friendly local game store and pick some up. I'm sure they'd appreciate the business. That would be a ball of, like, raw power and fury, Sierra. So for this, we're gonna roll 1d10. If it's 1 to 5, go up the chart that many lines to a possibly lesser CR value. If it's 6 through 10, treat that as 1 to 5 lines down the chart. Yeah, like a little black hole elemental. Night Mage. We're going to be basing this off of our line here of our expected challenge rating of 20. So for our damage per round, Night Mage, please please type exclamation point 1d10 in chat. And for others who are out there lurking, let me know so I can call on you to help with this exercise. Well, apparently it crashed again. All right. For all of you who are watching out there, the recording is still going. I've been having connection issues for some reason. I don't know why, and it has been very very frustrating. In fact, Slobs is still showing that I'm still live. Maybe I'm just gonna uninstall it and have to do like a complete new, just a fresh install or something, because this is it is what it is. Alright, well, I'm continuing the video for this monster to explain it. I'll put it up on YouTube, but I want to finish this exercise. I'll roll in chat if you wanted to linger. I may auto reconnect at some point too. Alright, so let's roll, we're gonna roll 2 d10s in chat. We have a 6 and a 10 that came up. So we're going one line above in damage per round. 141 to 158. And the 10 was now 5 up for our attack or our save. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're at a plus 12 or a DC 21 save. Plus 12 / DC 21, and that is a CR 25. I'm still technically streaming, just chat only so I can record this. I'll share it with you all on Discord as well. Now, our hit points, we're going to do the same thing. We have 8 and 7 on our 2d10 roll. That means that we're going to go up 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 536 to 580. And that is a DC or a CR 24. And our second for our armor class was 7, so that's 3. Our armor class is going to be 19, which is the same. So this can still be a CR 20. It is technically in the 23 line, but that hasn't really strayed. Now, are there any particular attributes that we want that we're going to give this monster here? Let's roll 1d100. Lands on a 12. For all of you watching on YouTube here, I know the chat commands aren't showing up here, but you're just going to have to trust me. Landed on a 12, so we have 0 immunities. We have 0 resistances, as I rolled a 6 for that. And our vulnerabilities, let's roll this one more time. A 24. Nope, so with the probability spread, now it was arbitrary on my part. With the ability spread that's out there, nothing too special right now. And not applicable, as it doesn't have any of those for this here. Not applicable. Now, does it fly? We rolled an 8, so yes, it does fly. Though at this challenge rating, it's not going to have an impact on making it effectively one thing or the other. Yep, coffee. I am doing it local here to explain it for the video. But I'll share the results with, whoop, if I can spell correctly, with you all on Discord to see what we made and to get feedback on it. Every year, this becomes its own fun project and coloring book event that Macabre Derek helps me bring to life. And save proficiencies. 52? Nope. This thing this exists. It is a pure ball of something that exists. Now, its favorite environment. There are 8 that have direct mechanical benefits to rangers especially, but druids for Circle of the Land. Though, if we use a resource like Kobold Fight Club, then you can have sort of like half biomes, things that are close to something, as a site like this, or you may very well reclassify where certain monsters live in your world. So, sharing Kobold was Kobold Fight Club. It's called koboldplus.club now. But that's where inspiration for what we see going on, where that comes from. So we rolled a 1d14 and it came up with a 1. It is aquatic. Its alignment. I mean, it might be something. Many of these are things that you would choose. We're simulating through random rolls that this is going to be the concept that we wanted from the get-go. But in order to mix it up and reinforce how challenge rating works, this is what we're doing. Lands on a 16. It is neutral good. Now, does it have any particular monstrous features that have a neutral effect on challenge rating? Let's find out with a percentile roll. Stops on an 81. Ooh, it's going to have 3. So let's go open up our Dungeon Master's guides. And it's on page 280 and 281. It says that there's 52 of those features. So why don't we open up random.org 1 through 52. And we're going to have feature 28, 39, and 29. And which features are those? Again, back to our core rule books. So the first one in order is going to be 28. We're looking at the lines here. Those are the ones that don't have an effect on challenge rating. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28 magic weapons. $29 is mimicry. And then 39. 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39 is slippery. Okay. And of course, we have our monster manual handy and ready to go. But let's continue filling this out, and then we can go for the details later. Do we have any challenge rating enhancing features? 1D 100. Lands on an 88. Yes, there are going to be 3 also. Now there's 39 enhancements in the Dungeon Master's Guide. Now, the challenge rating calculator only offers 25, so I mean, we'll see what it ends up being. Some of them might end up being redundant. Increase monster's effective AC by 1 because it can parry stench, although those might be on a calculator. In fact, I do have a calculator that is up here that we can take a look at. 1, 2, 3. Oh, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Okay, so with this calculator, there's some that are just a short burst for 1 round, but you know what? We're trying to build for flavor, so let's go to our flavor town here. We have 39 of them, so we have 2, 29, and 20. We're going to crack open our Dungeon Master's Guide again. 2, 20, so in order, 2, 20, and 29. So 1, 2, we have Ambusher. So in other notes here, we have magic weapons per Baylor. We have mimicry as per a Kenku. And we had slippery as per a Kuotoa. Then we have Ambusher as per a Doppelganger. Increase the monster's effective attack bonus by 1. So there's a note for that. Let's keep going down the line here. Next is number 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. It has... Oh, so it is going to get magic resistance as per a Baylor. Increase its effective AC by 2. And then 9 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And it has regeneration. That's a big one. All right. Da. Sorry, I lost my place here. And regeneration as per a troll. And this is increase its effective hit points by 3 times the number of hit points the monster regenerates each round. So we don't have a number for that right now, but that is going to we're gonna have to keep that in mind for what we're doing here. Hit points 3 times regeneration. There we go. We'll do it properly there. All right, moving along. And were there any other type of starting considerations? None in particular. We just met this monster, but I keep this here as a prompt to... Pardon. I keep this here as a prompt in order to be mindful of, well, notes, inspiration that strikes. Since we have cases in our channel where it writes itself, iwi. Some channels have owos, others have uwus, and here we have iwis. Now, chat through Discord here later on, because if you're watching this on YouTube, hi YouTube, but my stream died and I'm still recording. So what will happen is I'm going to post this to Discord for the chat there to look over and to come up with some concepts and ideas. And of course, we can always repeat this one more time, so that way we have 2 different monsters to compare, contrast, and to work on, the exercises of calculating challenge rating. Because by the time that we finish, our goal was a CR 20, but the simulation of, it should have this much armor, and it should have this, and then we fill up our shopping cart with cool stuff, and then we realize, maybe we're a bit over. So what we'll do is after we pile all the traits on, we'll see what we have to reduce down to get it back to a CR 20. And let me see if I can do that here pretty quickly. I'm going to bring up that calculator that we were using. And I'm going to move my notes over to this side. They're going to be unreadable for the most part on screen. Just it's going to make it easier to click back and forth. So our target CR range, 17 plus. It's going to be at 20, right? We have a. You know what? I really like. You know what? I'm gonna go over to this version here. We're gonna reset for the this CR calculator. Our expected CR, we're gonna type in 20 as our placeholder. We are a medium creature. Don't know what our constitution is going to be. But we can just manually input our hit points as we go through. So we know that our hit points... Oh, that's going to depend on regeneration. What does this say here? At the beginning of the creature's turn, regains hit points and cannot be killed until this effect is mitigated in some way, usually through acid or fire damage. Input how many hit points it regains at the beginning of its turn. So a troll regains 10. And it has 84 as a... Okay. So it would effectively have 114 for that. Now, as we're making more of an epic level creature, we might be able to go a little bit higher than just our 10. So let's multiply 10 by 1d4. And it is going maximum here with that. So as regeneration, whew, that's going to be brutal. This is most likely going to be one of the things that gets adjusted. But still, you know what? It's a grab bag. Oh, it's cool. Oh, it's cool. We're throwing everything in and we're going to see what happens. So it has regeneration. But we know that it also has, let's see, between 141 and 158. Let's just say that it has, we're going to call it in the middle. We're going to say it has 150 hit points. Its attack is plus 12. And it does have Ambusher, so we're going to fill that in. And its AC is 19. And it does have magic resistance. There's our 3 qualities that do affect CR. Oh, and our damage per round? Oh, whoops. I accidentally put our DPR as our hit points. Our damage per round is 150 on average. Our hit points between 536 and 580. So why don't we call this 560? Okay, now we're filled in. So I'm a little frazzled just because I kept losing my connections. And let's see, we're aiming for a CR20 creature. Are you ready for the big reveal? Yep, this is a challenge rating 25 creature. So let's make a note of that. As is its CR 25. So let's modify it down. We say, all right, some things were a little too ambitious. You know what? Regenerate 40? Yikes. It is epic, right? We expect our party to go into it and pour damage into this thing. 40 might be, 40 might be a lot. We should still keep regeneration. Let's see what happens when we bring it down to regeneration 20. Okay, so regen 20. Regen 20 brings it to CR 24. So it's still pretty high up there. What is something else that we can adjust on the fly here? We can reduce its hit points to something lower. So it has 560. Effectively, it has more because of regenerate. What if we drop hit points, HP from 560 to 500. Why not? And AC to 18. It becomes CR 23. We're getting there. All right. Now, if we want to, this is where it'd be important. Like, do we want to make it more of a glass tank, something more balanced, so we're hitting everything to bring it down? We could get rid of the abilities, but we rolled for those, and in the role-playing scenario, we can presume that no, we want those abilities for sure. So let's take our DPR down to 120. We're just going to nibble at everything. DPR to 120 gives us CR 22. We're close. Maybe if we modify the attack bonus, let's bring the attack bonus down to 11. Nope, that's still up there. So if that's the case, we'll keep it at 12. Maybe we can keep applying that pressure. We can keep applying the pressure so it'll hit almost all the time, but maybe for not as much damage. So let's go to DPR of 100. There we go. DPR 100 is CR 21. And let's modify our armor class down to 17. Ooh. So we'll keep it a little hard to hit, but it's always hitting in return. I guess we'll take a chunk of its hit points away. Hit points to 450. Oh, still there. 450 and 17. Ooh. $430. There we go. 430 and back to 18. Yep, there we go. We can keep that. Hit points to 430 finally yields us a CR20 with all other considerations as close as possible. We did it. Now what I'm going to do is, off this recording, I'm going to generate a second monster. If you're in our community, hey, join us on Discord. I'm going to post the sheet with both monsters up, and we're going to talk about it as a community, and we can bring it up on Saturday's broadcast too, and bring a little bit of life to this creature and the other. Find out which one people would prefer to have manifested through art into a creature, and we'll have a fun little event following that. So thank you very much. I hope this helped to explain things. The prior video had a good recap of challenge rating and how you go about calculating it. It can seem a little convoluted, and remember, challenge rating is always a starting point. It is not the end-all be-all for an encounter. But if you do want to build encounters, the book can instruct you how to do it, and please support your friendly local game stores by picking up your core books through there. There are other tools that you can find online, such as Kobold Fight Club, where you can go through, input your players and their level. So in this case, if we do have 4 players at level 20, and then you can go through and say, well, you know what, they're going to be fighting in this environment. It will suggest builds of encounters to the difficulty you want for that fight. Oh, goodness. Sorry, everyone. So, there we have it. I suppose thus concludes the sun sets on our monster building workshop. So, as we started with a jittery start with connection issues, we can end with our new autumn break screen for the stream. And this has been a lot of fun. I will be broadcasting Saturday night for the after hours hangout at the store. And, there might be a giveaway and other fun things. So hopefully you can join us there. Again, if you're watching us in the future on YouTube, welcome from the past, currently the present. And hopefully you can find us on Twitch. Or you can watch the recordings on YouTube after the fact. You can hit us up on Discord. You can participate in our fun events. For example, we're going to be having a Tiamat giveaway happening after we hit 4,000 Twitch followers, which is soon. So, thank you very much, everyone. I hope that you were able to follow along and enjoy this randomized prompt that reinforces how challenge rating can work and how you can come up with fun ideas on the fly, either randomly or to just throw it out there and challenge yourself to now bring math to life.